How's it? Sean here from the Games Yard. Stirring Abyss by Sleepy Sentry. From Slytherin Games. Quite a new game. October of last year, 2020. RPG, tactical RPG. In the vein of the old XCOM. You know the old XCOM series. Anybody's played XCOM will know what this game is. Great reviews. Apparently fantastic reviews, and you can hear about the music and ambience in this. Fantastic reviews on this. So I went and got it, and I'm gonna do a whole playlist on this game, this awesome game. Alright, so this is my overview of Stirring Abyss. So basically what I'm gonna do in this overview, I'm gonna play. You got two modes. You got a story mode, which is basically our mission to mission sort of mode. You know, you follow a story, and endless mode is like not like a random map thing, but like you can go wherever you want. There's no real story involved. I'm gonna highlight both of these. So I'm gonna play a little bit of the story mode. That's the best way I figure you can show this awesome game. So I'm gonna do a bit of the story mode, and then I'm gonna show you a bit of the endless mode. And I think that will be a great overview for this. Alright, so let's start with the story. I'm just going to run it on normal difficulty. So let's get going.
The coordinates brought us to an uncharted peak. A great mountain rising from the lightless depths, shrouded in mystery. We thought we'd prepared for everything.
This is the USS Salem requesting aid. We have negative rudder control and are taking on water. Our tank mechanisms are unresponsive. Current position is 5-8 tack 5 1 decimal. Oh my God. What is that?
How little we knew. The abyss hides more than ancient ruins and lost history. And our arrival has not gone unnoticed. In deep waters, the smallest ripple can change everything.
Okay, so this is how you start. This is how you start the story mode. So as you can see, it's like an XCOM RPG, tactical RPGs. Love these types of games. Okay, so welcome to Stirring Abyss. You begin the game with one diver under your control. Your first objective is to find your way out of the cave. Move the diver by right-clicking on the tile you wish to move to. Divers have action points, okay, which determine how much they can accomplish in a single turn. You spend an action point on movement in one big move, or a series of smaller moves, as long as you do not take other actions that use up an action point in the middle of moving. Alright, cool. Divers normally start the turn with 2 action points. You can see the action points as orange ovals. So there they are. These are the action points here. Under the diver's portrait on the top left of the screen, or under a small portrait next to the diver. A half oval is an action point currently in use for movement. Alright, so this is how you start. You can zoom in, you can zoom right out, it's up to you. Right click moves the guy. Now here's the guy, here you are, the commander, Excellent Matthew Early. And he's got agility of 16, he's got various abilities, he's got 16 strength, he's got insight, and he has endurance. He has health of 112 and a sanity. So this is very similar to Darkest Dungeon. Well, I'm not sure if it's completely similar, but it's the same sort of thing. Your sanity, and you can imagine in the depths of the ocean how your sanity will be affected. So in terms of stress, you know, your characters get stressed out. Okay, obviously. Alright, so he's also got skills. Alright, they're highlighted there. And then there's this, where he levels up. So there's a medic where he levels to level 2 and a commander. I'm not sure if you, because I'm just learning this game like the rest of everybody. So I'm not sure how he levels up, but there's his level up parts. And of course, confirmed kills. It's like a history of what he's done, sentries gained, even tracks the meters he moved. And then down here we've got his movement speed, 100%, damage reduction. You can't really see it, but it's like very small. Then on here we've got what he's carrying. Like he said, well, he's an explosive expert, and this is his inventory over here. You can put him in defensive posture, and you can use the diver's knife, which I think they all carry, and you can wait a turn. And then this opens up the tutorials, you know, the parts where as you go along you can read these individually. Air supply. So the divers also have air supply, which makes this game so awesome. And if you look at the environment, and let's be honest, the ambience and the music, it's like a horror story under sea. Yeah, and then of course, yeah, I think it's all the chemicals. This is your global resources. All right, so let's move. Okay, so I think I've covered all that. I just want to see what this is. A diving suit that he's got on. There's his air. Okay, and there's his action points, and he's ensign. Okay, Matthew Early. All right, so let's just move him. Boom. See, so he has action points, and you notice the action points. So he can move 2 action points, and the other action point, I'm not sure what that's for. I don't know why it has 2, but we'll figure this out as we go along. Okay, there we go. And there's no Elrich. This is the movement. I think that's when the turn ends. So yeah, you can force a turn, or you can just, when everybody's finished, this thing automatically moves. Okay, you can also control the mouse screen edges by okay, so we can move around, we can zoom out, and if I press the middle mouse button, I can move around. Alright. How's the underwater ambience in this, with the fishes swimming around, and this is a wonderful game. Labor of love, eh? Okay, so investigate the object. So I'm going to left click on that to investigate that. Okay, so let's just read this. Engine Early swears under his breath, a corpse of all the caves in the ocean, where there is a corpse in this one. That can't be a good omen. Though the uniform is old and the years have taken their toll, it is clear that the deceased sailor was one of an extremely high rank, not a man who would be you can read that, buried at sea under normal circumstances. Mutiny, perhaps, or battle. There are no answers here. All Early knows is that he would rather avoid suffering whatever gruesome fate claimed the man. Lowering his head in respect for a fellow sailor, he moves on. And here's like a clue. These are all little clues here that you get at the end of the message, used to unlock various upgrades for your crew on the Enigma board and to research equipment blueprints. All right, let's continue. All right, so there was this poor guy. Okay, so I'm just gonna move around here and just see what's. See, now as I move, the turn automatically ends because there's no more movement. So I'm gonna go to the end there, and notice how it all lights up. Let's just go slowly up. We have something. Okay, we've done that part. I think this is a sack from USS Salem. We should check it out. Okay, so when you move, you've got to move close to it, and then you've got to left click on it. Okay, so we got an item. We found the first item is a spear gun. Divers can normally carry 2 items at a time. Take the spear gun with you by right clicking on it or dragging it out of the container and onto one of the items in the slot. So obviously these 2 slots, and on the right, this is on the right side of your action bar. Okay, what's next? Most items cost action points to use. The spear gun, for example, costs a minimum of 1 action point and uses up all extra points for increased accuracy. Loading the spear gun also takes 1 action point, so plan your actions carefully. Let's just right click there. There we've got 2. Alright, good. So we got what we could from there. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so Eldritch activity. That's the computer is taking its turn. Okay, so we found this. Okay, that's a big jellyfish. Maybe I should get around it somehow. Okay, let's just have a look. It's an unknown creature. Okay, so let's see if we can. We got a 78% chance. Alright, so we're going to move closer. And we've entered into combat. To use the spear gun, click on your action bar, then click on the target you wish to fire at. You can also use a melee attack that costs 1 action point, but you will have to be next to your target. Okay, so that we can shoot further with a spear gun, and we've got to be close with a knife. If you choose to use a spear gun, use your shots wisely. If possible, make sure nothing is blocking your view. When targeting objects that are on the way will be clearly marked. Be aware if there are friendly divers in the target area, you may also hit them. So you can also, hit them. Alright, cool. So let's inspect the corpse. Alright. Broken jellyfish lies deflated at his feet. Tiny electric discharge is still visible within the pale membrane. Earlier is no expert on creatures, but he knows they don't use electricity to hunt or defend themselves. An entirely new species of skiff, I can't pronounce that, in a different context would be great. It would be a great biological discovery, but right now it's only putting him more on edge, obviously. Okay, so clues again. I'm not sure what these tell us, but there's clues +5. So as we go along, we will learn them. All right, so let's carry on moving on. Okay. Let's see, he's an explosive expert. Ah, good. Now we found another diver, I'm sure. Okay, let him finish his move. Okay, let's click on him. Ah, navigating the gloomy cavern. Ensign Early comes to an abrupt stop. A motionless figure lays hunched against the rock wall, clad in one of the exhibition diving suits. He's not alone. Rushing to the side of his fallen comrade, Early is relieved to see small bursts of bubbles escaping the exhaust vent of the suit. Out cold, perhaps, but breathing. This is Ensign Early. Can you hear me? He can only hope the radio transceivers on both suits are still functional. The moment of silence feels immeasurably long until a faint reply echoes inside his helmet. I'm here, copy, It's Chief Warrant Officer Romero. Okay, groggy and confused just as he himself was coming to. What's going on? Where am I? Not a lot of answers as yet. Chief Warrant Officer Early replies, forcing calmness and confidence into his voice. Get up and check your gear. We have a lot to do. Okay, so the second diver. We found a second member of the exhibition crew and are now controlling both divers. We can switch between divers by clicking on the portrait at the top left of the screen or by clicking on the model. Your divers also have skills to help them survive the abyss. Mouse over the skill icons on the action bar to learn their function. Okay, more skills are gained as divers level up and progress through the game. Alright, so there's a skill. Well, that's a diving suit, sorry. There's his oxygen. So if we highlight him and he opens up this thing, these are his skills. He's a brawler. Okay, and our Ensign Early is he's ruthless and he's an explosive expert. That's why he's got this explosive expert skill over here. Okay, so we found the extra diver. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to highlight Ensign and I'm going to go forward. And I'm going to pick Warrant Officer Romero. And I'm going to get him to move forward. Okay, let's go further on. Let's just go down there. Isn't the ambience in this game so amazing? Oh, let's move him down there because I see a hint of a jellyfish down there. Let's go down here. Okay, good. rich activity. Something's moving out of there. Okay, so let's get him down here. Just see what's out there. Okay, let's move him a little bit closer. Let's get him to help us. Let's see what's down here. I see it's a jellyfish. Okay, can I... if I move down here, can I shoot with the jellyfish? No. No action points. Can't. Okay, now the great thing with this... Okay, let's just move down here. Okay, so we want to... Let's see if we can... Okay, let's... Okay, no action points. Alright, so we might as well get him as close as we can get him. And I'm gonna move him a little bit back, and let's end the turn. Okay. Okay, he missed. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move him over there. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a pot shot at this guy over there. Now as you notice, when it tells you this Schizophrenia or jellyfish has 15, it's 90% chance of hitting him. So let's give him a go. Boom! Out he goes. And then this guy, that's Romero. Okay, so he took a guy. He took him. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Alright, so let's just see what... Let's just see if we can pick up anything here. Okay. Oh no. There's nothing to pick up there. Is there anything to pick up? Yeah. Okay, so there's nothing to pick up there. Nothing. Okay, good. Alright, so let me just go down here because I wanted to see what was here and I wanted to see what is over here. Alright, good. Okay, before we go up, let's just wait. So we all got all our health. Okay, so he's gonna go there. And I think we're going to go up. We're going to traverse it. Brilliant. New level. New place. So we need to fetch this other guy. Okay, let him go. Why is he... Okay, so he's out of action points. Alright, so... Okay, let's just move him. What's that? Oh, scrap metal there. Okay, so let's get him down there to the scrap metal. And let's grab that scrap metal. Okay, so we got this. We got scrap metal. Gather it's for electrical repairs. Okay, now where's my... Okay, let him go up there as well. How's the ambience in this game? Hey? The ambience, it's like a horror movie at the depths of the ocean. I mean, what an awesome game. Okay, and the graphics are really, really good too. Okay, so let's move him that side. Okay. Let's see if we can open up some more areas over here. Okay. Rich activity. Okay, so let's pick warrant officer, this guy over here. Let's move him. So obviously when you play this game, your guys have got various skills. Some are strong muscle men, they're good at melee. Some are rangers, some are fight from far. You know, all this type of stuff. So it's how you move them and the turns you use and the action points you've got left. I'm just wanting to see. I'm going to move him down there just to see if there's anything down here. Okay. Yeah, let's move him there. And let's move. Well, did we? Okay, so he's not able to move. Is he still able to move? Okay, he's not able to move. Okay, let's just wait that turn, end it. Okay, air supply. One of our divers is running low on air. When the divers have 7 or less turns of air left, they start suffering from hypoxia, which drains small amounts of sanity. Running out completely deals heavy damage every turn. We can refill our air by using an oxygen tank or finding and using an air vent on the sea floor. In an emergency, we can also evacuate divers before the mission is completed. Okay, so that's helpful. Okay, so let's see if we can... This is going up somewhere. Let's just have a look. Okay. Okay, so vital resources. Ah, okay. So let's go over here. Let's get some more resources. Alright, new orders. Find and enter the submarine. Okay, good. Let's enter him. Okay. Carefully ascending the sturdy anchor chain, Romero reaches the airlock contraption at the con. The mechanism opens with ease, just like in training. He can't wait to be inside and shed this damn suit. The conning tower is a mess, with miscellaneous equipment strewn haphazardly all over the small room. First things first, though, the control room. The chief warrant officer kneels next to the hatch and pulls. The heavy steel door gives way with a tortured crack, revealing an almost still surface of dark water. The ship is flooded. Panic rears its head within Romero. The USS Salem is the only way home, but his only hope of seeing his family again. If it is too badly damaged to move or even surface, just go reading these. Focus. The sub is floating, which means there's plenty of air inside. It's somewhere. All we need to do is pump water out of the flooded sections and get the equipment in the control room operational. He's not going down without a fight. Love it. Okay, so he's got to go in there as well. All right. Okay. Okay, after the fall, personnel top secret. Threats neutralized, 3, and the mission was successful. And we got 4 of these selfish, 14 of these, like, I think these are clue items, and copper, and I think metal, and okay, so we confirm that. And we're at our submarine! We're all going on a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Okay, this isn't the yellow one, though. Okay, the USS Salem is your base of operations through Stirring Abyss. As we progress through the game, we can use power and other resources to restore functionality to the Salem. For example, to unlock the ability to heal injured crew members. We will need to pump the flooded control room to access other rooms. Click on the drop symbol on the room to pump it. Pumping costs power, which replenishes during the missions. We will also need some scrap and copper to repair the control room. Okay. The Salem also has an inventory that contains crucial supplies. Drag items out of the inventory into the diver's inventories to take them with you. Diver inventories can be accessed beneath their portraits at the top of the screen. So he's talking about these inventories. Hey, we can craft stuff here as well. Look at this. We can craft stuff. Isn't this game fantastic, eh? You can craft different items. This is our base of operations. Now, he said we must do this. We must pump the action room, allowing access to it. It costs 6 power. We have 11, so we have enough. Okay, so let's pump it. Okay, the control room is no longer flooded. However, some of the critical systems in the room have been damaged and must be repaired before they can be used. Mouse over the repair item on the room to see its repair cost, and click on the icon to restore its functionality. Okay, so we got this. We confirmed that. So there's the repair item. Okay. The great machine comes to alive slowly. Machinery is still locked behind the flooded sections, responding to the call of the control room. The hum and vibration of the engines brings hope, but not as much as the blinking light on the radio panel, the emergency beacon locator. Tens of diving suits, each fitted with a transmitter, are missing from their storage. Only one signal is active right now, but perhaps the others are just out of range or temporarily disabled. After the difficult repairs and the haunting emptiness they found on USS Salem, it feels good to have a clear way forward. I agree. Much remains to be done aboard the ship. Most functions are completely offline, and the rest is held together by the power of duct tape and positive thinking. How long is that going to last? To make things more difficult, the wiring manual in the control room maintenance cabinet has escaped its waterproof casting. The old girl is going to need some serious dry dock time, when they get home. Alright, so there we go. So yes, we can unlock, and then we've got like all these little abilities here. I'm not sure how to use them all. This is the Enigma, this is the submarine, and if we click on the nautical charts, there we start. And that's how we start with our story. So we've got to uncover all this, and we go from, obviously, in the storyline from mission to mission. I'm just gonna see. Okay, that's the coning power. That's the yeah, that's it. And we can also access our guys, each individually, their profiles. Everything is tooltip driven. I mean, everything explains what it is on the tooltip. Here's our inventory as well. And we can craft stuff. This is amazing. We can craft different items. I'm not sure how this all works, but we'll find out as we go along when we play the game, when I actually play the playthrough of this. Alright, so I'm just going to travel. I'm just going to end this part and travel, just to see how that looks. So we press on that and we click travel. Exhibition lost. Okay, so obviously we're in a new location now. We've got a sonar. So this is, okay, divers come in different classes. Officers, crewmen, and scientists. Each class has access to different skills and different strengths and weaknesses in combat. Crewmen are melee orientated and will often be found in the thick of battle, while officers and scientists have more access to ranged and support skills. Alright, so we're in this mission, endless mission. We've got our two guys. We arrived at that place. How's the sonar part here? Hey? It's telling us what's around here. And also a searchlight. So we can put a searchlight over there that opens up for us. I think these are just abilities or abilities that we have in that present mission. We can also amplify our thing, and then we can't use it again. I don't know if we can use it again at the next move. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. I'm going to end this story part now. I just want to show you the endless mode first, so you can get an idea of that. Okay, so let's just go out. Let's exit. I hope I did a good job of explaining to you the basics here. Okay, so let's start a new game. We're going to go into the endless mode now, just to give you an idea what endless mode does. So it's basically like an open world endless mode. So it's like skirmish mode, I assume, you know, in most games. So you start off with some crew members already. You start off on the submarine itself. You've got, okay, so you can travel to all these different areas. Yeah, you can go to dire rescue. You can go do, you can salvage over there, and you've got all these other places to go through. I'm not sure how far this expands. I do know in endless mode that if you fail 3 missions in a row, the game ends. So you gotta make sure that you do all the missions. And yeah, I'm just gonna open up this. Okay, so I'm gonna use my power for that. Okay, so converting rooms. Many rooms on the submarine can be converted to provide additional utility for the expedition. Clicking on the convert button on these rooms brings up options currently available to you. Choose wisely. You'll be limited by both space and resources. Okay, so we confirm that. So in this room here, this is like what room is this? This is the valve room. We can convert it to equipment room. We can convert it to a pattern sequencer. We can convert it to a jukebox room. We can convert it to a profane chapel. So I'm getting the idea here that all these rooms, we can then, with obviously the power as we go, we can convert these rooms to these. We can build the submarine in our own way. Isn't that awesome? Okay, let me just. The training room. So the training room, physical conditioning is a cornerstone of military training. I'm just reading the tooltip. Enables spending resources to level up by divers. So we can decide what we're going to use it for. So I'm just gonna use chapel. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough scrap metal. Okay, so we need scrap metal, and we need resources to change these rooms into whatever we want. So we don't have enough. Okay. And I love this craft, and the fact that the guys can level up and they come with their different skills, and they have a sanity check, which means some of these guys are going to go mild and mad, and you can imagine it down in the deep depths of the ocean. So not in space, down below, deep in the depths of the ocean. What a horrifying experience! And we're gonna play the story mode And then you can also ask them to sleep, and then of course you open to that. Now I'm just gonna travel somewhere just to get. I'm gonna end it on a travel, and I'm gonna travel there to see how the missions move, so you can get an idea. Forgotten Sanctuary. Okay, so we end up, we've got 3 divers, and here we go. We start, and we got our sonar, we got the power for flashlights, we're in an area, we got a crate here, and we've got a salvage for crates. So we got to keep, and then of course we got these things here. Void Step, Solace of Mind. These are other abilities or things that we can use in our, and there, I'm not sure what that is. What's that? Okay, that just hides it. So we got little abilities here. So the game is involved and complex in an interesting way. I always say that. It's had rave reviews, so I'm really excited to play this. And I'm going to be loading up a video every day for this. This is really good. I love this. I see there that there's turns. So each mission, you've got so many turns to complete the mission. So that adds to the stress of the mission as well. So I'm going to stop here. I just wanted to show you what the endless mode was like and a little bit of the story mode. I thought that's the best way to do an overview of this fantastic game. How's the music, man? Hey, it puts you in the mood, eh? And all the little bubbles and the oxygen and the maintaining and the sanity checks and the way that, I mean, a labor of love, this game, eh? Labor of love. Okay, so let's just exit out to the main. I think we finished here. Yeah, so that's my overview of Stirring Abyss. Here's the credits as well. Sleepy Sentry, they're the ones that have made this. Apparently, I don't know if I mentioned before, Slytherin has got a project out, or had a project for all their customers. I don't know what project you know, when I was researching this game, I came across this for one of the videos I was watching a review on. He said this project, Slytherin has it, asks all its customers to come up with a game that they would like to be developed by Slytherin, and it's called I think it's called that. Is it the K Project? I'm not sure. I think it's called the K Project. I could be corrected in that. But this is one of the games that came out from that project. So fantastic, really interesting way of developing a game. It was basically the customers that actually recommended this and put all their feedback in this. So it's a fairly new game. It was launched in 2020 of October. It's got 1 patch so far, which I've loaded. I got this off Matrix Games. Go get it. It's worth every cent, and it's not expensive as well. And I'm going to be playing this on my channel. I'm going to be running right through the story mode, and then I'm obviously going to play the endless. I think it's called the endless mode as well. It's got tons of replayability in it, because obviously the endless mode you can play forever, I assume. And of course the story mode, you've got different things, different ways, different strategies. Immensely complicated in an interesting way. Alright, I think I've said enough. Please like this video if you liked it. Please share it with everybody you know, and subscribe to my channel. I'm really playing these awesome games. And yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Sean from the Games Yard. Good day on you.